Hello and welcome here to Bradley Sports Centre for this Northern Premier League East match between Grimsby Borough and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I am your commentator Adam Allcroft here at Grimsby Borough today for this match as the Steels look to continue. Well, got a win in the Northern Premier League last Saturday, the Steels, that 2-0 win over Shildon. Won on the Cup on Tuesday night, did take penalties up there. And against the Grimsby Borough side that are just below them in the table, currently Grimsby Borough in the relegation playoffs. They did get a win on Tuesday night though against their Lincolnshire rivals, Lincoln United, a team that beat us 3-2, which is always the concerning thing if they can beat the sides that have beaten us. But this will be the first time these two sides have taken each other on. Grimsby Borough have traditionally always stuck around the Northern Counties Leagues, although as we know Stocksbridge have been in the Northern Premier League for almost as long as they've been a club at this point. So Ian Richards, though, far more familiar with Grimsby Borough than the Steels are. He played against them quite a few times when he was the manager of Penistone Church, including beating them in a playoff final back in 2017. So Ian will hopefully have the plan that will get us the win today. So we are just 4 minutes away from kickoff. I can actually see the teams are all in the tunnel at the moment, ready to come out. So we should be not too long away from the game starting. We will quickly go through the teams with you now. So the Stocksbridge team is as follows. Harrison Davison Ale in goal. Then it's Zach Reynolds, Jack Tinker, Lee Whelan, Charlie Oglesby, Mitch Langton, Curtis Turner, as the teams are starting to come out, led out by the referees today. Alex O'Connor, Thomas Poole, Lewis McCaskill, and Ife Efebu. The Grimsby Borough team is Higton, Jamieson, Kane Winfara, who's their leading scorer as well, Tom Sawyer, hopefully won't be on too much of an adventure today, Callum Lovett, Jazz Gundry, Tom Charlesworth, Davey, Jack Barlow, Adam Drury and Essel. So Grimsby Borough looking to follow up their win on Tuesday night Lincoln United as the handshakes between the two sides go on in front of us here. Steel's hoping to try and improve on their away from last season. It has been Stocksbridge last season, unfortunately, away from home were quite poor, only picking up 2 wins all season away. That were at Hebburn and Pontefract. They did get the win on the opening day away from home at Dunstan, so a win here today would match their away win from total last season, and they will feel confident against a side that typically has been better at home, while they've had to have 3 games away from home in a row recently. And the last time they were here at Bradley Park was a 1-0 win over Tadcaster Albion, similarly relegation threatened at the moment. The teams are out. Stocksbridge, though, after having that Tuesday night battle against Swallownest, where it took penalties to beat the Step 6 side, will be glad for the return of Thomas Poole, who was missing as he was away proposing to his, now fiancée. So congratulations to Tucker for that, as he is affectionately nicknamed by the players, as it looks like Grimsby Borough will get the kick-off here. So we're just having the handshakes there in the middle. So Ian Richards already on the side, Andy Ring as well. Quite a few players actually showed up late today. I believe some of them accidentally ended up at Brigtown, which was interesting. Don't know how they managed that. Football minds do work in a bit of a special way sometimes. So we are just continuing to wait until kick-off. Just a minute to go now. Well, if they time it by the clock anyway, which, let's be honest, they don't usually do. So, actually, we've just had an issue. They are swapping sides here, so Stocksbridge will be attacking the side on the right-hand side, which is where there is a small little stand where Grimsby Borough Juniors have allocated themselves for this game. It's a Halloween takeover day for the juniors here today at Grimsby Borough. They've already been making quite a bit of noise, some of these young fans behind that goal, taunting Keane and Mackenzie Gray as he did warm-ups with our reserve goalkeeper. So it's up there as Higton also heads to his goal. The goalkeepers always feel sorry for when they swap round because they've got the longest run. Grimsby Borough will have the kick-off as the referee does his final few checks now. Looks like the Grimsby Borough keeper's actually got goggles on. I'm trying to look, you tell. But we're just waiting for the kick-off to referee to give the okay. And here we go. Game has kicked off starting with Tom Charlesworth there, and so the teams, well, Grimsby and the lineman just absolutely slipped in front of me there. So Grimsby Borough kicking off here in the red shirts, red shorts and red socks, while Stocksbridge kicking from right to left, while Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the yellow shirts, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from left to right. And I feel sorry for this linesman immediately slipping over 20 seconds into play. Hey, and getting a bit of taunting from our Twitter man David Bradley. And Grimsby Borough on the attack here on the right hand side, but the crossing has been blocked there by Alex O'Connor. It's going to be a throw in on that right hand side for the Borough. We will of course try and keep you up to date with all the other scorelines in the Northern Premier League and some other local games, as Thomas Poole here has gathered it in the centre just on the halfway line after that throw-in. Looking to turn, looking to get the ball to the right hand side. Reynolds has got it. Touch does go a bit to the side, but Reynolds now has it under control. He's taking it forward. Tries to chip it over the defence for Curtis Turner to try and chase, but sliding challenge in there from the Borough defender there. Yeah, that's Goundry, I believe, has stopped that from anything any further. So it's a throw in here on the right side with Reynolds on the ball. Reynolds throws it into Turner. Back to Reynolds now. Substitute to Ifeafabu, but he's offside, and that will stop that attack from proceeding any further. So, just a minute gone there. 0-0 here between Grimsby Borough and Stocksbridge Park Steels. And Higton will have the ball back now for the Borough to clear this one away. Ifeafabu just being caught out by the offside flag there. Either that or the linesman punishing us for taking the mick out of him slipping over earlier. Higton sends the ball long for quite a flat ball, but headed on by Grimsby Borough, and Jason House be quick onto it to clear it away. Turner checks to get the ball there, and they've got it back on the left hand side and have cleared it away. Back to Reynolds though, checks it forward, but being blocked there here by Essel before Turner tackles him. Turner's going to try and clip the ball into the box. Paul waiting for the header, but he just misses connecting with a header, and it's just going to go out to Jamieson on the right hand side now. Thomas Poole missing with a diving header. Poole in centre forward today with Luke Rawson out with an ankle injury today. So back for a goal kick for Higton to take now. So some early promise from the Steels in these opening couple of minutes. Just Poole just being a bit too short to connect onto that diving header. It was a fantastic ball across there. Higton clears out. His long ball go really flat, it's noticed, and been headed on by Grimsby onto their right wing. Now back here with number 7 before they try to get it back onto the right wing now, and it looks like he's going to bounce into that corner flag, and Grimsby just can't keep that one in. It's going to be a goal kick back for the Steels here. Early goal in the Northern Premier League East as Luke Aldrich has scored for Ossett United against Consett. Consett our opponents on Tuesday night, while Ossett are under the new management of Grant Blackham. We've just given the ball away to Jameson in an attacking position, but a quick tackle goes in from Curtis Turner. It's a throw in to Grimsby Borough now on that right hand side. Answorth, who are our opponents in the next round of the Sheffield Senior Cup, they've just opened the scoring in their game against Knaresborough. As it's just gone in there, went in towards Drury there, and it came, well, I thought it came off him, but in fact the referees adjudged it to come off the Stocksbridge. Still a throw in to Grimsby Borough. They remain on the ball here on the right hand side here with Drury now. Gone back to Barlow, who tried to put it forward, and Stocksbridge clear, but it is still back with Grimsby Borough now as it goes. We're trying to get to win Farah, but Ifeafabu is intercepted, and if he is going to go on the counter attack. Ifeafabu trying to get into the box now. He's got men in front of him, trying to break in, trying to get on the right hand side, but the man gets in front of him, and he's kind of headed it out on the ground there. It's a corner kick to Stocksbridge Park Steels. So it's a great counter attack from Ifeafabu. Just couldn't get the final touches onto it to create an opportunity, but he has earned a corner kick. And Thomas Poole returning to the side on Tuesday night after he missed in because he was away, proposing to his fiancée. We do congratulate him on that, and now it's Poole who will have a chance to put the corner in. We were missing him from the set pieces for sure. Here comes the corner of Poole, very low and headed away at the near post, not the sort of set piece we want from him. Essel tried to be the first one onto it, but goes to Turner, gets it, pass it to Poole, gets it back to Reynolds here. Reynolds going to cut inside, gets past Essel. Reynolds trying to go all the way, trying to slip through Langton, but I don't think Langton was really where it's going to be that sort of through ball, and it's just gone out for a goal kick though. Good play though from the Steels there, trying to get the ball back into the box after that initial corner. Goal kick now for Higton to take. Answorth are now 2-0 up on Nesbrilly, and Howarth have scored again there. They've taken the short option to win Farah, who sent it long here, headed on, and Essel's going to try and get the end of it box. He does take the touch, appeal for an offside, not given. Essel being forced backwards here, back to Charlesworth, who puts a ball in. It's a very lofted high ball, and it's going to be tried to be headed back into danger, but it goes out for a goal kick for Stocksbridge Park Steels. So, been a promising start for the Steels so far, as we are 6 minutes into the game so far, and 0-0 between the two teams. Though Thomas Poole inches away from connecting with a header that you would hope would have, well, surely would have been a goal. Playing centre forward today, Poole with Luke Rawson missing from the game. Stocksbridge just earned a throw right next to where Ian Richards is standing here, so they'll look to build a attack this time on the left-hand side, where more promising attacks do tend to start with, especially when Jack Tinker is able to overlap though, and it is just gone to that left-hand side where it was McCaskill who's tried to get on the end of it. McCaskill on the left-hand side of the attack today, but just misses his touch there, and it's gone out for a throw into Grimsby Borough. On the right-hand side for Jamieson to take it. Throws it back to his goalkeeper, and there's some space on this left-hand side if he can get it to him, and he's going to go to Winfarrow. Reynolds is coming quickly. Winfarrow's going to get it back to him, looking for Essel on this left wing. And he has got it to Essel on the left wing. Essel's going to cut inside. He's got Langton in front of him in the box now. Essel takes a shot. It's blocked, and that's taken all of it out of it, and it's going to go back to Harrison Davison Hale in the net here. He's going to take the ball quickly, looking for Ifia Faber. It's going to go short, headed backward by Grimsby Borough, and then hooked away by him, but only back to Lee Whelan. Whelan's going to take it forward, get it to Ifia Faber on the right-hand side. Faber's got some space on the right one to go into, and he is going to take that, putting the ball into a dangerous-looking cross, but headed away. Only back to Whelan, though. Whelan's going to take the touch. I think he was thinking about the shot. Instead, he's going to put the pass through to Poole, looking to turn. Force backwards, Poole now to the left-hand side. For Curtis Turner. Gets it to Tinker on the overlap. Tinker puts the ball in, but cut out there by Borough, and they've cleared it out for a throw-in. Good work on the overlap from Jack Tinker there, creating the opportunity, but his cross was dealt with fairly comfortably by Callum Lovett there. Tinker now with the throw-in. Take the throw-in into Poole on the edge of the box. He's looking to turn, and he takes a shot, and it cracks off the bar there. Not sure if the keeper took a touch there. It's going to bounce out. Whether he did or not, the referee has decided that is a goal kick there, and Poole with the turn and shot there, almost beating the goalkeeper. That shot cracking off the top of the bar. So back for Higton to take the goal kick now. Higton there will tend it long, looking out forward, but Oglesby heads it away, and he's actually given the foul away, Oglesby, for the hold on the striker. And that's going to be a free kick about 10 yards into the Steels half for Grimsby Borough to take. And this will be something Stocksbridge will have a tricky battle to defend. Now it is going to be Winfarrow to take this set piece. The wing back is Grimsby Borough's leading scorer of 3 goals this season, and he's clipped in looking for the far end and kept in there by Lovett, but being latched onto by Reynolds, who's going to try and get the counter attack going. Pass it through to Ifia Faber, being forced backwards a bit, back to Reynolds, who's trying to slip through McCaskill with a pass. McCaskill gets the first touch, and he's earned a foul there. Grimsby Borough not happy with that decision. It's Tom Jamieson who is really unhappy with that decision. He's actually going over to complain to the referee now. Actually, I think I can hear Graham finish our chairman saying it probably weren't a free kick either, but it's one has been given. Thomas Poole will take control of this set piece now. We're prepared for this. Long Eaton have just taken the lead against Hebburn Town. Jack Rogers having scored there. These are the set pieces that Thomas Poole seems to be the best at, especially from this right-hand side. We've seen quite a few goals from this sort of position so far this season. Steels have been accused of an over-reliance on set pieces at times, but they have been very productive for us so far, so we can't complain at the set pieces themselves. Just like we need to get goals from elsewhere. But here comes a free kick from Thomas Poole. It's a big lofted ball looking to the dangerous area. Whelan tried to get his head onto it. I think it may have been a Grimsby Borough man last. It's going to trail out for a throw in here, and actually going to be a goal kick. Actually, that's me completely wrong. I thought it obviously coming off Lee Whelan last. He was the man who was up for the header. No, instead the ball is going to go back for Higton. So it's 11 minutes gone in this game so far. 0-0 between Grimsby Borough and Stocksbridge Park Steel so far. But Stocksbridge the better side in the opening part of this match. You're back with Higton. I will have to take a closer look when he's leaving the pitch, but the goggled goalkeeper from the looks of things. I haven't got my research book out, but almost certainly formerly Grimsby Town. Most of these players at some point have been through the Grimsby Town system. As Tinker heads that ball away, McCaskill's trying to keep it in, but it will go out for a throw in to the Borough here, close to the tunnel here. So it's on the right-hand side, but goes back in. It's been intercepted there by McCaskill, who turns on a dime, tries to get the ball through, but it's actually bounced well to O'Connor, but his pass was very poor, and it's gone back to Wyn Farrer here on the left-hand side. Wyn Farrer just taking his time, turned and went in for the touch, but couldn't get to it, passed it back to Charles. That's gone forward here. Essel looking to turn, but Reynolds gets in and takes just going to go for a throw in. Reynolds was appealing for the free kick for a shirt pull that wasn't given there, so Wyn Farrer will have this throw now, and he's going to throw it inside the pitch, going to try and get it entirely across the pitch, and it's headed on into the middle here, chested down by Drury, who's getting onto the right side where there's a lot of space there. Jamieson trying to run into the box here, puts the ball in, dangerous looking across the 6-yard area, and it's Mick Langton who manages to just about get it away. Back to the number 7 who takes a shot, and it's acrobatically saved by Harrison Davison Hale. Sure, Goundry there with an impressive shot. Well, not Goundry, Owen Davey, I do apologise, Owen Davey with an impressive, very slow moving shot, but Harrison Davison Hale had to be on his best form to touch that one over. So it is now Grimsby Borough's first corner of the game. And Stocksbridge looking to defend this one. They have been the better in this game so far, but could easily concede here. But it's O'Connor who heads it away at the near post. He's actually gone way behind him, and now he's gone to Goundry on that right-hand side. He's looking to try and find some space to put the ball back in. Pass it out to Jamieson, who gets it back to Goundry, takes a touch, and they've given a free kick away. Grimsby Borough during that, and it's going to be back for the Steels to clear it away. So back for Harrison Davison Hale to clear this one away for the Steels now. Impressive performance from the goalkeeper on Saturday night after those 3 penalty saves in a row in the shootout. He's back in play, headed on, appeals for a free kick on McCaskill there, but not given as Grimsby Borough clear this one away, and Essel's chasing it down all the way. The hard-working Essel, but he can't get anything onto it, and it's going to go out for a goal kick here for Harrison Davison Hale to take it. Leek Town have taken the lead against Worksop in the FA Trophy. And in the Northern Premier League, Hebburn Town have equalised against Long East United. Amar Pual has scored there. So Harrison Davison Hale will look to clear this one away now. Sending it long, looking for McCaskill here. There isn't the usual target of Rawson, and now that goal's just gone right out to play, and Grimsby Borough will get the ball back right in front of the Steels bench, just inside their own half. We'll get to restart the game with Jamieson taking this throw-in, taking his time over it as well, as Ian Richards shouts orders out to his team. Tries to throw it down the line, headed on. It's going to be one that Drury's going to chase down that right wing and gets hold of it on the right wing. Looks to try and cut inside. He's waiting for his reinforcements, got his reinforcements. Ball goes in, but it's deflected out for Grimsby Borough's second corner of the game. So, out for the second corner now. It's King Wivara who's taking this set piece, just so you know. He's the leading scorer for Grimsby Borough today, who have struggled to get on the score sheet in quite a few of their games this season, but got 2 in their last game, in that 2-0 win over Lincoln United. Winfarrow one of the scorers in that game. So we're onto the far post, headed away by Langton though, but Grimsby Borough is the first one on the left wing there. Oglesby's going to close down, but the ball is going into here, but Langton heads out again. Turner's the one who gets it cleared out, and now McCaskill's going to look to try and see if he can turn his man, but he's been forced backwards, and it's well in there from Davey, and Grimsby Borough have the ball back, right hand side, get to Charlesworth, who takes the shot, but it's right at Davison Hale. And plenty of space and time, Tom Charlesworth there, who has been looking to improve his fitness over the last few years. I mean, before the pandemic in 2019, did the Grimsby 10K on a 46 minutes. I'm sure some of our running experts in the comments will tell us how good that actually is, because I have no idea. Yeah. As that long ball from Stocksbridge is cleared away. Reynolds trying to get onto it, but being headed over in by Winfarrow before Reynolds takes a step in and clears it away, and the ball cracks off the top of our stand here, but does stay in the ground, and we'll be given right back to Winfarrow here to take this throw in. So Winfarrow on the left-hand side. Throws it inside, it's looking for Owen Davey. Turner trying to chase it. Davey slips as he gets the pass onto the right-hand side, but hey, there was appeals for free kick, but the push not given. It's been slipped in that ball there, but a bit too much, and it's going to go for a goal kick. Grimsby Borough are definitely had a bit more of the ball in the last 5 minutes. It's 16 minutes gone, 1-1 here. 0-0, I mean here. No goals yet. I'm just thinking about the game. I was just looking because I'm just seeing some of the scores coming. So back here for Davison Hale to take, who is going to send it long for that left-hand side, but it's going to over on head, and it's just same as last time. A goal kick bounces right out and go out, and I think without Rawson up front, we are going to have to change our tactics from some of these goal kicks. We haven't got the big target man, and that we have in recent games, and that means we will have to try and change our style of play a bit to really try and get the most out of the players we do have up front at the moment. So throwing it again to Grimsby on that right-hand side, who going to throw it inside back to Jameson, who sends it long here. It's Oglesby who gets onto the ball, clears away, but only back here to Barlow, who sends it forward, but only up to Oglesby, who clears it away, and that's going to be dealt with very simply by Sawyer, and it's headed on by a Ferris. Grimsby Borough plays before Turner gets in, and it's on the ground, and Tinker's going to surge forward here. Tinker carrying the ball forward, trying to beat his man. He's tripped over, and he gets the free kick on that left-hand side, and that's Jack Tinker being one of the Steel's best players this season, in my opinion. And when he's at his best, in my opinion, when he is able to get on the over, he's able to go forward, because he has a lot of pace that you always seem to forget about until he's able to go on those sort of runs. And he's actually coming quite far forward there before he was hauled down. Pulls only about, he's been forced backwards. Thomas Poole, I think he was trying to nick a few yards there, but it is not very far from the corner of the box on that left-hand side. So Poole will be looking to curl this one in. Poole, who's going to whip it in, looking for the far post. Tinker's waiting at that far post, but in the end it's going to be claimed comfortably by Higton there. Quick throw out, looking for Winfarrow, but Langton's going to go in, but Winfarrow went to the side of challenge to keep the ball in, and it's gone to Essel here, who gives it back to Winfarrow, who's going to switch the play onto that right-hand side where Drury is, and it looks like Drury is going to get. That's a fantastic ball to Adam Drury on that right-hand side, who tries to slip ball in, but Turner's read it, and Turner's booted it out almost into the leisure centre that accompanies the side of this ground. Worksop Town are now 2-0 down in the FA Trophy match against Leek. So it's on the right-hand side. Tom Jameson with this throw-in now. It throws it, and it's going to be a big boot trying to cross it to Winfarrow, but being well read by Reynolds, who's headed it away, but he's not headed away very far. So Winfarrow is still battling for it in an advanced position, but his crossing has been blocked, and if you're Faber's going to carry it away despite the shirt pulls, and despite Winfarrow trying to take a chip out to his leg and all, and if your Faber's actually gone down a bit after that, so he might need some treatment there. Winfarrow took a few little stabs with his foot at him there, and he tried to continue Iffy the best he could, but in the end, for too much. Iffy is now back to his feet with a bit of a limp though. Barnsley FC in the lead in their game. Devante Cole has just given them the lead, and Kane Winfarrow getting a talking to from the referee and getting a booking as well, which is I don't think it was enough for a booking, that sort of foul, but the referee are trying to put a statement down early of what he will not be accepting in this match. Perhaps because of the chance of the counter-attack, I'm going to guess by, because I don't think the foul was enough for it. And I think if Faber and Kane are having a bit of, bit of pushing and shoving after that as well, as they return to their positions. Davison Hell sending it long here. McCaskill's going to try and get to the header, but headed away by Borough. Only gone back to Whelan, who's getting stuck in his feet a bit, but does get it eventually. Looking for Faber on the right-hand side. Faber just can't get it down, and it's going to go bounce out for a goal kick here. So it's 20 minutes gone here at Bradley Park, and it's still 0-0 here. Best closest thing to a goal was a long-range shot from Owen Davey, which was palmed over by Harrison Davison in an impressive-looking save. Worsborough Bridge are now 1-0 down to Ollerton Town as well in a local fixture. As Higton prepares to take this goal kick away, back to up by some of the Grimsby Borough juniors behind there who've been quite loud in this game so far. Sending it long here before Oglesby heads it away, and O'Connor tried to flick on a bit of a shirt pull, but nothing given. Grimsby Borough have headed it back, but Tinker is able to clear it, and he's actually cleared it off a Grimsby Borough man, and it's going to be a throw-in here. So Tinker going to take this throw now. Tinker going to throw it forward to Poole, who chests it down to O'Connor, trying to get back to Poole, but Poole slips, so it's back with the Borough now, who tried to get it through to Essel, but it's behind him. Reynolds headed it away, and Turner's going. Turner's got some space to move into now, as Curtis Turner just looks for his options, see what he can do. He's trying to look for the run of Thomas Poole here. Thomas Poole has slipped through. Thomas Poole takes a shot, saved by the feet of Higton though. Oh, fantastic ball from Curtis Turner, but the feet of Higton there was able to stop Poole from registering his third of the season. In the midfield now, Turner tries to head it on. Charlesworth hecks it back, but not very far. Turner looks to get onto the ball. Charlesworth goes down, and it's going to be a free kick to Grimsby Borough. Ball goes across field, looking for the right-hand side, but it's ahead of everyone. It's going to be a throw-in here. Knew I would get something out of you, Rich, for mentioning that stat. Pontefract Collieries have just taken a lead in their game against Bridlington Town. Adam Priestley, the Gibraltar international, scoring there. Pontefract having a great start to the season, as Langton's just trying to clip this one long, but I think he sliced that one. So it's going to go out for a throw-in on this right-hand side. Here inside the Steel's half for Grimsby Borough to take. As they'll look to try and see if they can be the ones who take advantage. We are now halfway through this first half. Essel knocks it off at Oglesby to earn a throw-in a bit further down. So it's back for Jameson to take this throw-in. Swallownest are 2-1 up in their game, so looking at Falcon not playing in that one today. And Sheffield Wednesday have just taken a lead against Burton Albion through Barry Bannon in a local fixture. So it's going to be a long throw here from Jameson. I can see he's preparing for it. Here goes the long throw in. It's going to the 6-yard area, but Langton heads it away. Langton being very strong in the air today. Davies took the touch back to Jameson on the right-hand side. He's trying to cut inside. O'Connor following. The ball goes in, and it's gone into the back of the net. Grimsby Borough take the lead. That cross shot has just evaded absolutely everyone, and it's going to go hit to the back of the net. Yeah, no Stocksbridge player able to get a touch onto it to clear, and Harrison Davison not able to follow it. It is 1-0 Grimsby Borough here. I believe it's Jameson with that one. Actually, Kane that's Kane Winfaris, the leading scorer for Grimsby Borough, giving them the lead. And the Steels now have to fight back if they want to get a result out of this and get back for Lee Whelan here. Now to Reynolds. We'll need to show a lot more up front now, the Steels, to get back into this. Reynolds sending it long, looking for Curtis Turner, but headed away. Poole slips it back to Ifya Faber on the right-hand side. Ifya Faber running at the defence. Looks for Reynolds on the overlap. Reynolds putting the cross in. It's Lofton and Higton able to claim that. Way too close to the goalkeeper there. Yeah, back with Higton to take. Not so concerning now, because as a result stands, Stocksbridge Park Steels would fall into the relegation playoffs. As Tinker just heads it away. There's just a bit of tennis in midfield, as the midfield just not working as it should at the moment for Stocksbridge, but well closed down there. And Steels, before it bounced out of play, going to be a Grimsby Borough throw-in inside their own half. Jameson will throw it out to the midfield, and he tries to pass it back, and he does, and they're sending it along for Essel to chase, and Essel does get it. It's about the head of the Stocksbridge man, and eventually Langton's one who boots it right out of play. And it's going to be a throw for Grimsby Borough, and Grimsby Borough looking to try and press home their advantage now. He's going to be giving out to King with Fire, who's going to take another long throw, and it was when it came back to Winfire, was when they scored a goal from a very similar position just a couple of minutes ago. So here comes Winfire with another long throw, going to get to the edge of the 6-yard area, but well headed away by Reynolds, and Ogles was trying to get the second header away, but Grimsby Borough have just come in and won that one. Winfire has kept it in as well. They're trying to win it on that right-hand side, Grimsby Borough, and they do keep it here. But that's well won back by Stocksbridge, and O'Connor's now cleared that one away, trying to get to Turner across the field. Turner turns away from Charles Well. That finds Ifya Febu now on that right-hand side, trying to beat his man, cutting inside Ifya Febu. Back to Turner now, back to Whelan, who's trying to put the ball into the box, looking across field. O'Connor's going to try and keep that in, and he does. Well, O'Connor tried to pass it back, but being cut out there by Davey. While his clearance was blocked originally by McCaskill, the second clearance from Grimsby Borough has got it out of play here. Throwing here on the left-hand side to take. Tinker throws it into the box, and he almost slips it through to McCaskill, but the block of Jameson's got it out. It's another throw into Steele's close to the area. So it's back here now for Tinker to take this throw in. Tinker tries to throw it, and there's been a push over in the box there, but nothing has been given for it as Pull battles for it, gets it back to O'Connor. O'Connor's taking his time, and now looking for Tinker, trying to give himself an option. O'Connor tries to get in the midfield, but it's a really poor pass from Alex O'Connor, and in the end it's cleared away by Grimsby Borough, but only back to Reynolds here. Reynolds here tries to get it down to the right-hand side. Takes a short pass to Turner. Turner's looking for his option. Turns away from his man, tries to cut inside. Tries to flip it over to O'Connor. O'Connor can't connect there with the volley, and it goes out. And it just feels like O'Connor's final connections are just not working now. And even though the run from him was fantastic, and really he should have got a better connection and made it 1-1 there. Instead, it's a goal kick, and Liam Hector gets the ball back. 27 minutes gone. It's 1-0 to Grimsby Borough here. Sheffield Wednesday have taken a 2-goal lead against Burton Albion. Michael Smith scoring from the spot there. And it's now back for Higton to send it long. It's this really flat goal kicks I'm noticing. Reynolds is able to head it away, but only back to Winfaro, heads it back forward, and Essel is going to chase it. And he's going to be hauled down there by Langton and earn the free kick, Essel. And it's going to be a free kick for the Borough to take, and I think Langton might be finding his way in the referee's book here as well. He's going to get a chatting to from the referee at the very least. So, and I think just watching the referee, and the booking will come out for Mitch Langton. He gets a deserved yellow card there, as Jack Barlow prepares to take this free kick. Also King with Fire standing over it. We'll have to watch some of the balls he's been putting in. Sheffield FC have just taken lead against North Shields as well. Ball going in there from Davey. It's going to be headed away. Essel tries to connect with it, but he slices his volley, and it's well wide. Going to go back for Harrison Davis now to take the goal kick. So, being disappointed in this first half after having a better start at Steels, and they weren't able to take advantage. And Grimsby Borough with the cross come short. I don't think it was ever intended to find the bottom corner, but King with Fire won't be complaining that it did, and that is why the Steels are currently 1-0 down. And Harrison Davis held ball just about kept in, but that's only going to work against Borough because they nipped in. The ball away was headed away by Oglesby. Tinker though tackled as he gathered hold of it. It's gone out of play now for a Borough throw in on that right hand side. And it's going to go back for Jameson to take this throw in. So here comes the throw in as he sends it long, but headed away there by Tinker, bang battle by Whelan, but Whelan's been pushed as he went up for the header. So here will get the free kick there. So Steele will be able to get this one away. here for Harrison Davison Hale to send it long here, and looking for Thomas Poole, but it's going to be dealt with easily by Gowndry, who headed it away, but only back to Tinker, who's lost the header there, back to Jameson. In the end, Ogilvy has to head it out for a throw-in to stop Grimsby Borough from advancing any further. 30 minutes gone, 1-0 to the Borough. Sounds well low. I can up it for you, actually, if you want to hear me a bit clearer, so I will do that for you now. So hopefully I should be coming a bit louder for you, Ian, now. Yeah, changing number 9, Thomas Poole in for Luke Rawson, who is injured at the moment. We could be out for a while as well. We will get some more details after the matches. If you're Faber, who's trying to get it on the right-hand side, but he can't get it under control, and it goes back to the goalkeeper now, who clears it away onto the right-hand side. Takes the touch back here now for Sawyer to send it long, and it's going to be Essel who gets it, but the offside flag is up and stops him from advancing. Free kick here for Stocksbridge to clear the ball away. Back for Harrison Davison Hale now to send this one long. Here it goes long from Davison Hale and channel it from McCaskill, who does keep it in, but no one's waiting for his header on, and they spread it out right to Winfarrer now on that left-hand side. Winfarrer going to send it long, looking for Essel here, but it's going to be too long here, and Davison Hale has come out of his goal very well to claim that. Hello, James Turner. We're not too well at the moment because the Steels are losing 1-0 at the moment. And goal from Kane Winfarrer here as Reynolds just sends that one out, and he just goes right out to play for a throw in here to Grimsby Borough inside their own half. Going to be right in front of us here in our position in the stand. And Ponte, in fact, Collieries have just taken a 2-0 lead against Bridlington Town. Their goal scorer there is Gavin Allett from the spot, and Reece Fielding has just scored for Sheffield FC to make it 2-0 against North Shields for them. Here comes Winfarrer, who is going to throw it back to his own goalkeeper. Interestingly here, actually got glasses on there. I've noticed as he came a bit close to Higton, he sent it long to the right-hand side, headed on there looking for Drury, but can be dealt with by Oglesby, who heads it away. We're going to go into the midfield for the number 7 here, Davey. Now to Charlesworth, who gets it onto the left-hand side for Winfarrer, who's going to try and send the ball into the box, but it is quite aimless, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Jameson there was on the overlap trying to get on the end of it. Stocksbridge do need to do better for the rest of this half now. So we do try and keep quiet, but obviously it can be different every game, and there are also outside sounds that I want to try and block out of your microphone's ears that you would find very, very irritating if you heard them. That's just a bit of a stoppage in play for one of the Grimsby Borough players who's currently down injured at the moment. So we just got a brief little stoppage in play at the moment. So yeah, currently obviously with the league table, which is unfortunate to keep an eye on even at this stage, but this loss would, as a result, would drop us into that relegation playoff zone, which is never a positive thing. It would mean a fight against an NCL side to stay in the division at the end of the season, but obviously plenty of games to go, and we have got games in hand to go with thanks to our FA Cup run. Still not nice bad. Grimsby Borough player, it was Owen Davey there, who's actually down, who's just going to go off the pitch now, but he is back on his feet and will most likely be returning to the game very shortly. So here, Davison Hale is just waiting for the OK from the referee. Here comes Davison Hale now, who hopefully won't just boot this one right out, but rather than aiming at the left-hand side, he's aiming at the right-hand side this time, and here it comes to looking for O'Connor, but it's been headed right away there by Gowndry. Langton heads it back, Turner trying to keep it in, but being robbed of the ball by Charles, who's clipped it forward. Langton heads it back, going to be gathered by Whelan here. Whelan advances forward, avoids challenge of Charlesworth, gets it to Turner on the right-hand side. Turner tries to get it through to Poole, touch not great, but Turner gets it, he's trying to clip it forward, but no one in particular, and he's going to be headed away by Lovett, and it's going to go onto the left-hand side. With Tinker on the left-hand side, he's now gone with McCaskill's batting for it on that left-hand side, and he's earned the throw in here. Actually, it's actually gone out very close to that fight. It's actually a corner kick, so the Steels actually have a big opportunity here from the corner kick. Thomas Poole taking the in-swinger. Here. So Poole here got plenty of options inside the box to look at. Here goes Poole looking for the near post, and it's going to be knocked away, but only back to Poole here, who's going to take the touch. Ulch going to try and cut inside, but he's got pressure on him, trying to get through to Tinker, tried to find Poole, but it's well blocked. Back with Turner here, who tries to get to Tinker on the left-hand side, but well in from Winfaru. Gives a shut to Tinker as he does that, but no free kick is given there. Cleared away by Grimsby Borough now, and they're looking to build, but Oglesby's cutting well, and he's still quite far advanced, and Poole tries to chest it down, looking for Turner on the left-hand side. Turner has it, looking for it to the byline. He has kept it in. Oh, he hasn't kept it in, actually. The referee judges otherwise. Goal kick here. Being well battled there by Jack Tinker and Curtis Turner. They're trying to keep the ball alive and going forward. Just the final ball completely lacking at the moment from the Steels. Oh, you can see those comments obviously with Luke Rawson missing. I do think they're missing him, especially with some of the direct balls we do play. Definitely missing him today. I do wonder if he will be looking at another striker, or maybe we'll see more of Luca De Falco starting. Currently in dual registration with Swallownest, not at either club today, as we've just seen Whelan go a bit late in on a challenge there, which has left Winfarah on the floor in quite a bit of pain, and it looks like Lee Whelan is going to get it. A red card for Lee Whelan for that challenge. That is a terrible decision from the referee, as Lee Whelan is sent off there for, to be honest, it was a 50-50 challenge, a very poor decision there. Both people went in for the challenge. It's because of Winfarah being down in pain he's given that. That's a very poor one from the referee, and the referee may have just decided this game here. That's an atrocious decision from the referee, in my opinion. Ian Richards doesn't look happy on the bench there. Winfarah's still down. And I'm still a bit in shock at that one. It was a tough challenge. I would have definitely said a booking would have been fair, but there wasn't studs up or anything. I could see it quite clearly from a position here. That's just the wrong choice completely, in my opinion, and I think that's going to affect the rest of the game here. So, with the Steels now down to 10 men for the rest of the match. So Ian, we'll see what Ian tries to say. As the Stocksbridge will now have to try and fight it for this game, and try and fight back with just the 10 men. And obviously, not just losing 10 men, but your holding midfielder, who is your crux of your team. We'll see if Ian actually makes any early substitutes to try and accommodate. What I would imagine we might see is Thomas Poole coming back into central midfield, like we've seen him doing a few games, and essentially McCaskill and Ifya Faber working as a 2 up front, maybe moving them more centrally and trying to get Tinker and Reynolds a bit more forward. I don't think we have any highlights here today, Rich. I'll be honest, if this was the Football League, there would not be a 3-game ban for that one. So back here for Barlow. Jack Barlow's going to take this free kick. It is just inside the Steel's half. So Barlow here will take the free kick, takes it short and back to Sawyer, who tries to get onto the right-hand side now. The touch is heavy, but they've cooked it inside, but Turner heads it away. Only back for Grimsby to head it back, and Essel will chase this down that right wing. Oglesby covering, and Oglesby is forced to clear it out for a throw-in, and this could end up being quite a bad-looking game now, with Grimsby Borough now looking to try and take this NC with the man advantage as well. First red card of the season for the Steels, that one, and that is not a red card in my book. Ball goes back there and goes through, but knocked away by O'Connor, but it's going to be another throw to Grimsby Borough right in front of their own bench. But they try to put the ball into play, but it's going out. Steels will get the ball back now with their own throw-in. So it's going to be Tinker who throws it into Curtis Turner. Now tries to get back to Tinker. Tinker trying to take it forward. I think he just about kept it in there. Goes to Ifebu, who has controlled it, looking to turn and get down the left-hand side. Looking for O'Connor on the overlap. Tries to get it into McCaskill on the turn, but Grimsby Borough are able to clear it forward. Good. Is it the second red card? I can't actually remember the first red card now. Tinker throws it into Ifebu, but he manages to turn, and Ifebu has a turn now, and he gets some space to move into. But step overs here as Ifebu tries to cut inside. Being forced backwards, now back to McCaskill. There's no one in the box, though, to aim at. That's the problem. There's no one who's gone in there. Gets it to Turner here, who's trying to force forward, but he's being forced to pass it backwards now to Thomas Poole, who's gone a bit deep to get it. Oh, I forgot Keenan McKenzie got the red card as well. Poole's there, cutting inside here. Going to try and get it to the right-hand side. Now back to Reynolds here. On the right, back to O'Connor, who's going to put the ball into the box. Headed away by Grimsby Borough. It's going to be a throw-in on the far-hand side here. I forgot about Keenan McKenzie-Gray's red card. I don't think at the start of every time we've had a red card, Stocksbridge have won, but we were leading when that red card happened. Throwing goes here to McCaskill on the edge of the line, back to Tinker, but there's been a foul on McCaskill on that line, and that means it's a free kick to the Steels and an opportunity to equalise, even with being down to 10 men. This is where having the man advantage doesn't really count when it comes to set pieces, and where when you look, I think where any team that has gone down to 10 men, this is where they look to try and maximise their fortunes, is from these sort of set pieces. It's very, very close to the byline here for Poole. Hoping for a better delivery than her. Poole going looking for that near post, just headed away out the near post again. Just not getting it further enough away, but back to Turner here, gets back to Poole now, and Poole's being pressured immediately, trying to cut inside. Gets pushed around, but he goes to Tinker anyway, who gets it back to Turner on that left-hand side. Just Grimsby Borough quick to close down, but Turner tries to get the ball through to Ifebu, who's looking to turn. He's into the box, Iffy, trying to get through. He's got through one man. Can Iffy take the shot? Well blocked and cleared out now for a corner kick. This is now probably the best Stocksbridge have actually played in the game. As Swallownest have taken a 3-1 lead against Retford. That's closing in on full time, by the way. They've kicked off at 2 p.m. due to the power crisis and costs, as several teams in some of the lower divisions have done. So it's now back here for Poole to take this corner. Got the likes of Langton, Ifebu and Oglesby in the box. It's a very poor cook. He's gone into the side net in there. That was an atrocious corner. Not the sort of corner you want to see. He has failed to connect with that at all. And for a while I thought maybe I'd actually drifted in at the near post, but no, side netting, very poor corner from Thomas Poole. So back here now for Higton to take this. We are playing, actually I think we're roughly doing what I actually said I thought we were going to do. We've gone to like a 4-3-2, Rich. So Thomas Poole has reverted into the right side of central midfield, with Lewis McCaskill and Ifebu working as strikers now. As the ball gone forward, it's been collected though by the number 5 Lovett, who's cleared it away now, but Oglesby's headed it back into midfield where Turner's gathered it. And now back to Davison Hale, who's cleared it up. They're looking for Ifebu, but Ifebu's going to shove in the back and given the free kick away. He's going to stay down, the Grimsby Borough player there. So back for Lovett to try and clear this one away. Who's taking his time. And actually the short pass being taken back to Higton, who clears it up. Trying to get to the right-hand side, but Reynolds heads it away. Charles was trying to put it in the box, but no one's there. Oglesby deals it simply, but it only goes back to Davey, and the attack's still on for Grimsby Borough here. As they got it here to Goundry, gets it onto the right-hand side. Now back to Barlow, who gets it now to Davey, trying to cut through, but well blocked by Oglesby, but only giving it right back there before a good sliding challenge there from Poole. Gets the ball away good properly. Back in the central defence for Grimsby Borough. And they try to get to the right-hand side, but the Steels have given a foul away on Sawyer as they try to get it away. We have about 45 minutes gone here as it's 1-0 to Grimsby Borough. So.
I'm really gonna go anyway. Oh, for just stealing his seat. Do you want to quit? What happens when we win the cup? You can't quit because you're being mean to me.
So back just for Borough to take it inside the half there, and as they send it long here before Tinker is able to clear it away. If you're favourite trying to head it on, he does head it on. McCaskill chasing, but it is knocked away now on the left-hand side here for Borough as they take it well forward. It's Logange who's taking it well, but well in from Thomas Poole with a good sliding challenge. Still with Drury here, who's trying to round the defence, but he's got it to Charlesworth now on that right-hand side there as he's taking it forward now to Drury. But trying to slip the ball through there, but well blocked. Tinker's going to get it through to Ifya Faber now, and Ifya Faber looking to turn and run. Ifya Faber, despite pressure, trying to get to the left-hand side. He's trying to beat his manner. He has got the beat, and he's been forced to the left wing, though. And then the tackle does go in, and the throw-in is going to be on the right-hand side for the Steels here. Ifya Faber doing very well, turning his man and getting past him at times and forcing defenders into decisions. As we get closer and closer to half-time, we must be in stoppage time now. Takes a short throw in here. McCaskill takes a short. He slips a bit there, but Grimsby are able to clear it well. Back with Oglesby now. Oglesby going to send it long here. Lots of appeals from Grimsby Borough players for things I'm not really sure of, but it's going for a throw to the Borough. So now back for a throw, which is going to be taken here by Tom Sawyer. Very close to his own corner flag now. We will delete wheeling off it. We can't put any red squares on the thing because it won't accept emojis or anything, and we can't do anything like that. Unfortunately, I have looked into this. I want to put little goals next to them as Grimsby just earned another throw-in their own half as they tried to Stocksbridge stop them getting out of their own half. Long throw up there before Oglesby heads it back out. It's into the midfield now. Charles is looking to get it. Pools tries to stick it in, but Charles gets it anyway. Gets it out left to Winfarah. And now Winfarah is going to build this one forward. He puts the ball in, well headed away by Langton. And now back up into the central defence of Goundry, but Ifya Faber closes it down well. And it's going to bounce favourably for McCaskill, who's gathered it. And McCaskill's going to try and run at the defence now. McCaskill running at him. Looks for a Ifya Faber on the right-hand side, who is stayed on side, did have a few questions. Beats his man, he's cutting inside. Ifya Faber tries to cut it across, well blocked by Grimsby Borough, and it's out and cleared out, and it will be half-time. So it's 1-0 to Grimsby Borough here at Bradley Park. Here, Grimsby Borough took the lead as Kane Winfarah's cross evaded absolutely everyone and went into the bottom corner. But the big news story is Lee Whelan was sent off for a heavy challenge. I completely disagree with the decision. I thought that it definitely was a yellow card, definitely a foul, but I would not say that was a red card challenge. So it is 1-0 to Grimsby Borough. 10-man Steels have a lot to do in the next half. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back here to Bradley Park. I'm Adam Allcroft here to commentate here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel for this match between the Borough and the Steels. It's currently 1-0 to Grimsby Borough. Kane Winfara scoring his cross-come shot, finding its way into the bottom corner. And the Steels are also down to 10 men. Lee Whelan being sent off for a very tough challenge. One I personally disagreed with, but it's what the referee's done, and the Steels will just have to try and battle back. The Steels actually, I thought, played quite a bit better when he went off. So interesting to see, but we'll see if the Steels can come back, because sometimes being down to 10 men can galvanise you. We had to face 10 men last week, and Shildon definitely still put up quite a bit of a fight against us. So he's back on the halfway line. If Fabu preparing to kick the game off for us here. As it's not the loudest ground here, as we wait to see, as the first meeting between these two sides right now is going Grimsby's way, and the Steels will have to go against the odds if they want to get the win here. So if you're Fabu ready to kick the game off as a sorry, just tweeting at the same time. Got a lot of things I have to do while I'm sat at this seat here. So thank you very much for joining us here as Ifya Fabu kicks it off by passing back to Mitch Langton. So there's Stocksbridge Park Steels here kicking off in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from right to left, while Grimsby Borough are in the red shirts, red shorts and red socks. Actually quite similar to what the kick we saw away kick last year, Grimsby Borough. And Grimsby Borough are the ones leading at the moment, leading 1-0 thanks to a goal from Kane Winfara, their leading goal scorer, his fourth for the season. As one is sent long for Jack Tinker to get in. Jack Tinker's going to try and put the ball in, but it's a poor cross there. He's not got his foot over it at all, and it's going to go up for the goal kick here. So it's back for Higton to take this goal kick now. Right, so Higton's going to send it along. It's coming close to us here, but Tinker's gone in and headed it forward. If you're Fabu, going to try and chase it down with Sawyer there, trying covering it. It is going to go bounce out for the Grimsby Borough throw on the right-hand side here. Goes it short, but blocked by O'Connor before they clear it out properly. Reynolds is covered, though in the centre midfield. Reynolds has it. Takes a short pass to Poole. Poole tries to knock it to the right-hand side, and I think he was thinking Reynolds was on the overlap there, but Reynolds was actually going more centrally. That's one of those where they've obviously practiced that little move on the training ground, but it's obviously not working when on practice, as Grimsby have got a throw in here on that left-hand side. So it's with Winfara now on that left-hand side, and he's going to take his time before throwing it long down the field, and it's going to be a free kick for Stocksbridge. Yeah, Essel there, but he's pulling Mitch Langton quite a bit there. Some goals to tell you about at the half-time. Long Eaton actually that long ball there. Oh, I thought it was going to just drop into the path for Fabu there. Instead it goes back to Higton. Now, just before the half, Long Eaton took the lead against Heburntown. Mikard Jebison scoring there, making it 2-1 Long Eaton, and I think there's another goal we'll have to tell back in a second or two before Higton sends one long, but Langton tries to head it away. It only goes sideways, but Reynolds is onto that one. Reynolds here will send it on looking for Ifya Fabu. Big strong header from Grimsby Borough, gets it right out of play again. So it's trying to send it on, but being cleared away there by Grimsby Borough, right back for a throw in a basically identical position. Takes shot to Turner. Turner takes a touch, but his pass has been blocked, and Turner may have put himself in a bit of trouble as Essel has now got the ball on the left-hand side. Turner is stopping and moving him. Nessel's just trying to wait for his reinforcements to help him out, but Essel's going to go do it himself, but he actually took it out of play as he was trying to charge down that left-hand side here. Stockton Town have taken the lead against Brighouse from the penalty spot. Nathan Mulligan scoring there. Reynolds will take the throw to Turner. Turner will pass it back to Reynolds, now all the way back to Davison Hale, who I don't think was ready for that. Had to rush back to get it. He clears it away just before Essel can get to it, before being headed away by Jameson. Back to Osby, who's going to send it long before Grimsby Borough head it back, but only back to Turner, who's going to take it to his feet. Turner's trying to look for Ifeafabu. Ifeafabu looking to get the turn. Then he has turned, but still got men in front of him. Back to Turner now. Turner slips it forward to Ifeafabu. Almost goes to Tinker there, but well blocked out for a throw-in now to the Steels. Pontefract, a 3-0 up on Bridlington Town, and Gavin Allett scores there. Ball goes long here, looking for McCaskill. McCaskill beating a man on the byline, tries to cut it in, but a good sliding challenge from Grimsby Borough there. Stop it from getting into the 6-yard box. It's a corner kick to the Steels here, just 5 minutes into this half. Okay, so Thomas Poole will get another chance at a corner kick here, and it is these set pieces where the Steels will have to make the most of. So Poole here will have the corner kick here. Poole, it's a big loft one looking for the far post, but headed away. Appeals for a penalty for a shove on Oglesby there. Northfin is given. And now on the right hand side, yes, I can see Adam and Richard Green. Down to 10 men coming back to get a point would now be a good result for involved here. As Reynolds now has a throw in on the right hand side. Takes it short here, back to Poole, and tries to get back to Reynolds, and it's going to be another throw in though to the Steels. Obviously, last touch coming off a Grimsby Borough man, didn't see that personally. So, throwing it on the right hand side with Reynolds. Now back to Turner. Turner's going to put the ball in, but it's been well headed away. Gone back there to midfield, trying to slip through with McCaskill, but cleared away. Oglesby's still up there, trying to head it forward back to Turner, who's going to take the shot, but he sliced the shot. It's well wide from Curtis Turner, trying to ape his effort against Lincoln United just the other week, where he scored a spectacular effort. So it's going to go back for Higton to take this, as actually one of the Grimsby Borough players down, so the Grimsby Borough physio is heading on there now to help that. I can't see the number there to identify the player. So just having a bit of sub-play. So yeah, the Steel obviously will have a very, very tough task. Now do they have started the second half well? They're the ones who have been attacking, and they don't look like a man down at the moment, but it's just creating that clear opportunity, especially out a normal out-and-out striker like Ifeafabu and Thomas Poole is now the ones who have gone into, not Thomas Poole and Lewis McCaskill have got the ones who have gone into that central forward position really, as they play in a bit of a 4-3-2 with, as I said, Tinker is pushing up a lot more in this since that red card I've noticed, and it looks like the same as Zach Reynolds on the right hand side. So Steel's definitely have looked good in the first 7 minutes of this half. The fight is obviously now to try and get the equaliser. Anyway, the player has now headed off and I think it's Winfara, the man who the foul on him was what earned Lee Whelan his red card. He will now be missing for 3 games. Whether obviously he will decide whether it starts on Tuesday's match against Consett, whether it will have to wait till next Saturday's. And now we will resume play. Winfara on the side of the pitch waiting to return as well. So here goes the long ball forward. Oglesby's header only goes behind him, and he earns a free kick as well there for a push on him. So back for Harrison Davison Hale to clear this one upfield, looking for Ifeafabu, but he missed the header. Drury, who's back there, heads it away, and going to be a battle in midfield, and now it's going to go up front here for Grimsby Borough, as it's on this right hand side here with Charlesworth, and it bounces off him, and it's going to be the throw in here. Quickly taken by Tinker, looking for Ifeafabu on that left hand side, and if Tom Sawyer has to boot that one away. I think he's sending that one down the Mississippi. It was that far away. I'm sorry, I'm pleased with that one. So it's down for Jack Tinker, who throws it to McCaskill here, close to the byline. Knocks it off another Grimsby Borough man to earn another throw further down the field. Held. So it's going to be with Tinker now, throws it on to O'Connor, takes a touch back to Tinker, gets to McCaskill on the byline. Tinker's waiting as he overlaps. He does get back to Tinker on the byline, puts a cross in, and it's over everyone's head, over the keeper's hands. Wondered if it might just sneak in for a second, but instead it's gone out of play. So in a local scoreline, North Ferriby are leading 3-0 against Penistone Church. Can't do anything if this is going behind the Twitter commentary. It's just how the signal goes and how long it can take sometimes. Don't look at Twitter if you want the excitement of the commentary is my tip. That is my advice. So anyway, back for a long kick here from Higton, headed on by Charlesworth, but only back to Langton here, who's going to send it long, but it's going to be caught to midfield by Grimsby Borough, but only back to Tinker here, and Tinker's going to press forward now. Goes through to Ifeafebu, turns away from the challenge here, and they're trying to get through before it is cleared here. Yeah, and Oglesby heads it out, and it's going to be a throwing close to the area for Grimsby Borough here. Might be worth, if you are getting a delay, just checking that you are on the complete live stream, as live as you can be on the YouTube, because if you pause it or anything daft like that, or if you buffer for any of your own technical issues, it will just cut you back to where you were last heard. As Grimsby Borough on the run here, as Jamieson there was trying to run on the left-hand side, but he slips over and that stops that, and now Zach Reynolds will carry this ball away. Cuts it centrally to Poole. Back now to Turner, who puts it back to Oglesby, who is going to send it forward to Tinker, who gets it behind the man, and now Tinker's going to try and send a good pass to Ifeafebu. Could the offside flag be up on that one? It is. Ifeafebu offside there. Did think that might be the case there. He was just hanging a bit offside, and that's something Ifeafebu needs to improve on in the rest of the game, and some of his other performances there. He does sometimes just get caught out by the offside flag. And I don't think he needs to really be on, that close to it, because he's a very quick player anyway. So back now for Higton to take this free kick caused by the offside flag. Sending it long here, but back for Tinker, who heads it forward to O'Connor. O'Connor just trying to get to the wing here, but he's been pulled all around there by Barlow before a long ball sent forward here. McCaskill trying to get on the ball. Well, McCaskill is on it, just needs to cut round, and just a touch away from the goalkeeper. Has got it from the defender. Has got it away from McCaskill, trying to turn around his defender so he could get the shot off there. Back now in the defence here. Full Grimsby sent it long, trying to find Essel, and Essel's going to be caught out by the offside flag himself. Dronfield Town have just got one back against Rossington Main. They're losing 2-1 there, and Sheffield Wednesday are 3-0 up in their game. Will Volk scoring that goal against Burton Albion, as Tinker's got it quite high up. He's playing basically wing-back Tinker there, but O'Connor's now in the wing-back position as he moves forward with it, cuts inside, looking to get the ball in, looking for Ifeafebu, crucial header out, back to Turner, who takes the touch, but it's a sign challenge and it's a fair one, and Grimsby will get away, but only back to Oglesby, who is going to get the pass through to Ifeafebu, looking to turn his man Ifeafebu. He goes down, no foul given, and Charlesworth clears it away. And now it's Essel, who has 2-on-1 at the moment, but the ball there looking for Daniel Trott, who's come on at some point here for Grimsby Borough, and I didn't notice. Trott here has got it on the right-hand side, puts the ball in, cleared away by Langton, and Grimsby Borough there couldn't catch on the counter-attack. Ifeafebu's got it in centre field, trying to find McCaskill. McCaskill looking to turn and run. He gets a little clip on the back of his ankles, but he stays on his feet, finds Poole. Poole touch not great, but he keeps it in central midfield. Poole slows it down a bit, finds Turner here as Stocksbridge move the ball forward. Looking, gets it to O'Connor on the left-hand side. O'Connor continues to push it forward. He cuts inside now back to Turner as Grimsby Borough are solidly in the position. Steele's moving a bit slowly at the moment as Tinker here will put the ball in, looking for that far corner, but it's headed away here, and Poole's looking to be the man on the ball, and Poole is on it in central midfield, looking to get down that right wing, but it's a good sliding challenge from Grimsby Borough that's knocked it out, throwing for the Steels on the right-hand side. Taking short here, now back to Reynolds. Reynolds puts the ball in. There's no one in the 6-yard area though, and the keeper there just boots it right back out. Actually, I don't know why the keeper booted that rather than claiming it in his arms. Gives the ball right back to the Steels there, and Reynolds kind of gets away with a bit of a poor ball that was aimed at no one in particular. It's actually not just a throw, it's going to be a corner kick here for the Steels. So corner kick to take. We need to make the most of these set pieces. Here comes Poole's corner, looking for Oglesby. Oglesby do get a head on it, it's bounced in the box, but unfortunately it was only red shirts surrounding it then, and they clear it away. Now with O'Connor on the halfway line. O'Connor tries to spread it out to Tinker on the left-hand side. Just about half headed away, but back Tinker gets it. Pass it back to Ify Afebu. Afebu here's got some space, but he's going to have to pass it back to O'Connor. There's no one really pressing up as a centre forward at the moment. That's the issue. We are missing that centre forward willing to make those runs. And it's on with Reynolds now on the right-hand side, who tries to get it through to McCaskill, who's looking to beat his man, but his man's blocked him off, and they eventually clear it off Steele's man, and actually they cleared it off themselves there. It's going to be another corner kick to Stocksbridge Park Steels. So another opportunity, so a quick one taken. Corner going to the far post, looking for Tinker. Tinker gets the header, and somehow Tinker can't get enough onto it. I think he's headed it onto the ground and over the bar, and Jack Tinker should have got his opening first ever goal for the Steels there. Fantastic ball. And so, really should have been 1-1 there. Tinker, who has been pushing more and more forward in this half. He's operating essentially as a wing back rather than a left back, and should have got over the top of that and made it 1-1. In the end, it bounces over the bar. Going to be cleared out now by Higton. Sends it long and headed on by Trott. Essel going to chase it, and it's a siren challenge by Oglesby, and Oglesby may be in a bit of trouble here. As he was on the edge of the area, it's going to be a free kick. There's appeals from the Grimsby Borough players. Another red card, if the referee deems Oglesby as the last man, that might be the case. He's taking the card out of the front pocket here. It's just a case, do you think he's too far on the wing for it to be a red card? If it was centrally, I'd say definitely. So Oglesby here will be waiting nervously. I think the referee's got writing somebody in his notebook, so I think Oglesby might just get away with that one as a yellow rather than a red. And it is just a yellow card for Charlie Oglesby, and whereas the Whelan one was unfair, Oglesby might be saying he just got away with that one. And now this is a chance for Grimsby Borough really to take advantage with a free kick on the left-hand side, close to the edge of the box. Pontefract Collieries 4-0 upon Brindley Town, having a great time on the seaside there. We are not having such a great time on the seaside. Right. And it will be interesting. Will it be the shot? Will it be a cross? It was a cross from a similar position where the goal came from. It is a chipped cross looking for the far post. Headed back into the dangerous area. It's been cleared away off the line by Oglesby. He was the villain that gave away the shot. Back there, and it was going back to Drury there, who took the shot on the edge of the area, who blazed it over into the field behind Bradley Park. But Charlie Oglesby, the villain for giving away the almost red carded, and in the end though, he cleared it off the line. Stocksbridge still in this, only 1-0 down. You may be hearing a bit of echo, because I can hear someone's playing the commentary there just near me. So back here for Daytonale to send it long, looking for Fabu, who heads it on looking for McCaskill, but being gathered by Borough, cleared this one right out. It's going to be out for a throw-in here. So out now for Tinker, who's going out to O'Connor, looking to turn, but it's going to be Charlesworth gathers it, but Turner gets it back. Now Tinker trying to push forward, trying to slip it through to McCaskill, but well blocked there, and it's been sent long here. Nestle's going to chase it, but Daytonale out to clear it up front. Now to Tinker, who heads it on, but headed back now in midfield. It's O'Connor who knocks it forward, but it's cleared away there, and now back with Poole. Tries to get that to Reynolds. Reynolds didn't seem aware, and Reynolds gets took out there as he cleared it off, and it's going to be and Reynolds is down with an injury. It's going to be Jameson there who gets the decision made against him. And it's going to be a card for Jameson, it seems, as former Stocksbridge Park Steel Harrison Biggins has just scored for Doncaster Rovers. They're 1-0 up now against Gillingham, as Jameson is going to get his name in the book there. And Danny South's first contribution, another former Steel, as an Ossett player, is to score an own goal. 1-1 between them and Consett. And Jameson will get a deserved yellow card for being about 5 minutes late to that challenge with Zach Reynolds. 64 minutes gone in this game. It's still 1-0 to Grimsby Borough, but the Steels have been playing some very good football in this game so far. Since going down to 10 men, weirdly enough. Dave Snell sending it long, looking for Tinker, but it's going to be headed away. And O'Connor's gathered it here. Gets it to Tinker on that left-hand side, and Tinker's being forced backwards, back to goal, gets back to Turner, who gets essentially to Poole. Poole looking to turn and get away from Charlesworth following him. Does turn around, he has Trott coming back to get him, but gets it to Langton now, who is on the halfway, and he's trying to kill a pass Langton to get through onto the right wing, and it's been lost there by McCaskill, who does half win it back, and he just about keeps it in as well. Well done by McCaskill. Oh, gets it back, knocks it off a Grimsby Borough player after trying to do the 1-2 with Reynolds, and the throw-in. And it gets passed back to Turner, who has to battle to keep in after his pearl touch, and in the end also knocks off a Grimsby Borough player to get the throw-in. So back for Reynolds who takes the throw and trying to get it to McCaskill, but it's been cut out by Jameson, who again boots it out for yet another throw-in here. We're here on the right-hand side, back with Reynolds now, who throws it down to Poole, who's trying to find the space to cross it, slips it in for McCaskill. McCaskill is in the box, but the key tackle goes in, and it's going to be another corner kick for the Steels. McCaskill just wanting to get the space enough to get a shot in at times and just not finding it. Back on the right-hand side here, Steels in the ascendancy. Poole will be wanting to make the most of this corner. Corner going in. It's a corner look at the far post, headed away at the far post though by Grimsby Borough. It's Ogilvie who's going to collect it on the left wing, back to Turner, who now passes it back to O'Connor. O'Connor puts inside and he's looking to see what he can do next, and he's forced to pass it back to Turner. Turner has some space on this left-hand side, trying to slip through Fabo on the pass. Fabo got it back to goal, pass it back to Tinker, but that's allowed Grimsby Borough just to get in, and they have just booted this one clear, and it's gone out of play there. I'll be interested to see where the throw-in's given. Reynolds is actually going to... Oh, I thought Reynolds was taking the quick throw-in there. Instead he's throwing it up to Tinker, who's going to be forced to take it at the halfway line. As a substitution is being made. It's an interesting one, not one you would have expected, because Bailey Baker is coming on for Lewis McCaskill, which, considering McCaskill is probably one of the better players, is a surprise. I think McCaskill was struggling with a bit of knockover at Swallownest. I wonder if that is part of it here. And I'll be interested to see where Baker plays. I imagine we're going to see Baker in a more advanced position. Not just sure. Is it Elliot coming on, actually? Oh, sorry, it's Elliot Murray actually coming on. That's not good. Got my numbers wrong there. As Elliot Murray actually comes on. So I mean, I'm going to imagine with Murray coming on, that we're going to see Langton push for a central midfield, which I can definitely confirm. Langton is in central midfield now. Murray sits into centre back. That's the move. We have got Keely Mackenzie-Gray as an attacking option. Ross Goodwin, if he's fit enough. Tinker takes a quick throw into Iffy Afabo. Oh, tries to spin out to his challenge, but he can't, and Grimsby will tackle it. Only going back to Turner now. Takes the first touch pass, but headed away as Thomas Poole now looks like he has advanced forward here into a more centre forward role, and he's going to go on the right hand side for a throw. Reynolds taking it quickly now to Turner, who takes the touch and going to be knocked out there by one of the Grimsby Borough players. So it's going to be a throw in on the right hand side, and actually one of the Grimsby players, it looks like Jazz Gundry, is just down hurt. So a bit of a stop trade. Not Jazz Gundry, it's actually Jack Barlow, who had a bit of a sabbatical over the last couple of years. Throwing it, but we are back underway. Reynolds takes the throw back to Langton, who takes the touch. Now all the way back there. But his pass forward has been intercepted and Jameson clears. Now going to be headed forward now to Poole, who takes the touch. He's trying to spin away from it. Now back for Turner. Turner going to advance forward. Turner going to push forward now, trying to get to Tinker, but well in a chalical, and it's going to actually be a free kick for the Steels there. So, on the left-hand side here, a great opportunity for the Steels from this sort of free kick. Left-hand side, a chance to try and curl one in for Thomas Poole. In some other goals, Vinny Steels has just scored for Shildon. They're 1-0 ahead on Lincoln United. That's not good for our league table position, I believe. Actually, here comes Poole's free kick. Going to be whipped in at the far post, almost in itself. Elliot Murray racing onto that as well, just missing out. Very, very close to getting his head onto that. Not far from also getting to the top corner itself. Back here for the goal kick to be taken now by Liam Higton. So Higton now will have a chance to get this one clear. The former Grimsby Town goalkeeper. Well, I believe so. I'm just assuming most of the Grimsby Borough players at least have been in the Grimsby Town system at some point, as there's a bit of a head tennis in midfield now that Grimsby Borough did eventually win before Reynolds cleared it forward, and Reynolds head on. Ifeafaber tries to get onto it, and Ifeafaber's going to race clear after a man slip. Can Ifeafaber get it? He's been pulled on his arm. Can Ifeafaber finish? Well saved and then blocked out for a corner kick. Ifeafaber could have gone down and earned a free kick. He battled on, but it's well saved by Higton. Corner kick Steels though. Yes, Rich, I did have a look. We are actually improved from 17 to 18, so thanks to, because it's linked against Lincoln United. Long Eaton have gone 3-1 up. Jamie Walker just scored. So it's going to be a corner kick here for the Steels. They're having a bit of a break in play at the moment, as I believe we are going to see a booking for one of the Grimsby Borough players for that, what would have been a foul on Ifeafaber. It's Jazz Gundry has been booked. He did pull on the arm of Ifeafaber as he went clear, so referee given the rightful advantage. It was good from the referee there, and he's gone back to booking. So as much as we criticise him for that red card decision, that is good quality refereeing to remember the foul and give the correct booking. So it's a corner kick for Poole. We've had quite a few corners now here, and Poole now will have the chance. Here comes Poole's corner, clipped in, looking for that far post, and it's been headed towards goal. Ifeafaber kept it in, but in the end, no one was awake to Ifeafaber kicking it in, and Grimsby were clear. But Reynolds is fouled as he tried to clear that one away by Essel, and Reynolds tried to take it quickly, but it was so far away from the initial spot of the foul that he's going to be forced to go back, and that does allow Grimsby Borough to get back into position. So back now for Davison Hale to take. Davison Hale is going to send it long, lucky for Ifeafaber, but headed sideways into their own right by Grimsby Borough, but they do manage to get it away. But Turner's looking to get his head onto it. He does, and he blocks the clearance as well. Poole is knocked tripped down as he tried to get onto it. It's close to the edge of the box, and Grimsby Borough giving a lot of fouls away, and eventually we have to punish him as another booking goes out. It's a second yellow actually for Jazz Gundry. 2 yellows in 3 minutes. It's 10 apiece. Steele's been on top in this game, and now they are equal and they have the space to move into. So that's Jazz Gundry, who's only been a recent signing for Grimsby Town, only his 4th appearance for the club, and now he's been sent off. 2 yellows here. And Thomas Poole has a chance to shoot from this free kick. And Thomas Poole has scored from 2 free kicks already this season. Once against Cleethorpes 2 weeks ago, well 3 weeks ago I think it is now, and one's against Golcar at the very start of the season. Can he get one now? Here comes Poole. It's come off the wall and going to be a corner kick. As I slip a bit as I try and get myself in position. So corner kick here for Thomas Poole to take. Must be our 8th or 9th at this stage now, and unfortunately we haven't really created many chances from this time as we have been seeing in some of our earlier games this season. Maybe having Gundry, one of the centre-backs, out will be to our advantage. He was one of the tallest players on the pitch. Here comes the corner, headed in by Tinker, but it's just about cleared. Only gone back to Curtis Turner though, on the left-hand side of the box. Takes the short pass to O'Connor, who's trying to find Ifeabu. Ifeabu's touch is poor, but he still keeps it. He's on the edge of the box on the left side. Back to Turner on the byline, who clips the ball in, but blocked by Jameson. Another corner kick, this time on the left-hand side. Back for Poole now to take the corner. So good opportunity, another one for corner. We haven't made most of these corners just yet, but it's a big now. Howie. It was the first time I think I've seen us connect with a corner, though Tinker tried to head it back into that danger area, though in the end no Steels players were there. Here comes a corner, but headed away at the near post, back for a throw-in for the Steels, close to where Poole took the corner. We are only about 15 minutes left of this game, though. It's not much time for the Steels to get back into it now. Langton has it. Back with Turner. Turner's going to look for the crossfield ball, looking for Elliot Murray, who heads it back into the dangerous area, but no one's there to get onto it, and Higton is going to take his time to get back up and look to try and clear this one. So now back for Higton to clear this one out, looking for the left-hand side where Daniel Trott is, but headed back away by Reynolds. Old Charles were first onto it. He just boots that down long. Murray's going to cover it as Essel's causing problems, and Murray there clears out for a throw to Grimsby Borough. And Grimsby Borough have now back in the Steels half, which we've not seen much of in the second half. It has been all Steels in this second half, and there's just been no goal to come from it. Grimsby Borough's defence has been absolutely rock solid as they look to get their second clean sheet in a row. Follow up that win against Lincoln. Back with Jamieson, who throws it short to Charlesworth, goes back to Jamieson, who gets it to Essel. Essel looking to turn down this left wing, trying to get to the byline. Tries to put the pass in, but Reynolds has read it, and he has cleared it. Ifeabu looking to control it, and he does. It comes off, I think, a Grimsby Borough man. It does, and he gets the ball back for Reynolds now. Let's take the throw and shows it to Curtis Turner. Turner is going to try and get the ball forward. Ifeabu has the beaten of a man. He's gone through to Poole. Poole trying to get back to Ifeabu. Ifeabu just gets it caught under his field. Peels for a penalty. Referee does not give it. I think the referee may be right on this occasion. Turner goes in on a sliding challenge and keeps it up, but Grimsby do clear it out. It's going to go to the left-hand side. Trott's going to battle for it with Tinker. Tinker heads it back to Oglesby. Oglesby takes his time as it gets back to him. Oglesby is going to pass it back to Davison Hale. Davison Hale immediately closed down by Essel here, and Essel does get it out here to Tinker, who is immediately tackled there, and it goes back to Charlesworth now, back to Drury again, and now then to Murray, who clears it away. Goes pumpfully down to Jameson, who's moved into that left wing back position. And he sent it long, looking for Essel, but Murray heads it away, making his first league appearance for over a month now, as Reynolds is going to carry this one forward, sending it long, and they do cut it out a bit, but it goes to O'Connor. O'Connor's got taken a touch sideways now to Tinker. Tinker presses forward. Tinker's going to get to the edge of the box. Tinker puts the ball across, and it's a tantalised one, but no one's in the centre to knock it in, and that's where the Steels are definitely missing, having a centre forward. 13 minutes to go in this game. Still 1-0 to Grimsby Borough, but you'd hope that with all the pressure Stocksbridge are having, that they will be able to grab something in the last moments of this game. So we're just waiting for Higton to get the ball back here. I think we might be seeing some changes for Grimsby Borough. It is a change. It's Essel's come off. I think Charlesworth may have come off as well. Just trying to see the number of the lad who's come on. It's the number 15, Lewis Adlard, who's come on. So the ball goes long, but it only goes back to Murray, who has plenty of time, and he's going to knock it forward. Ifeabu tries to beat his man, but well cut out by Higton there, who had come out of his goal there to get it, and it goes long, and Tinker goes a bit late in on the challenge there, and he's going to get penalised for that one. He's not happy with getting penalised either. And he's going to get a booking there. Jack Tinker, who is absolutely seething at getting this. Sheffield Wednesday, one of the other Sheffield clubs at least having a better time. Sheffield Wednesday now 4-0 up. Fizayo Delbashiru has scored there. does seem actually like Stocksbridge have actually struggled a bit ever since they have gone down to, Grimsby have gone down to 10 men. As Tinker finds his way into the book now. And also as he puts he drops his cards as he puts them back into the pocket. He has had them out plenty of times today, the referee. Here comes Higton's free kick there for the right-hand side. Going to be looking to try and switch the play onto that left-hand side, looking for Daniel Trott. Trott does head it into the box, but it's just going to go out for a goal kick. Stocksbridge will get the ball back. I think, Rich, what you get is the lack of a natural centre forward who would be occupying those positions, as we see the Steels are making another substitute. Well, two substitutes it looks like. Zach Reynolds is coming off, Bailey Baker coming on, and Alex O'Connor is coming off for Keenan Mackenzie-Gray. Two subs being made here as the Steels look to get back into this game. Baker, we've seen a lot more of him in the last few games ever since he made his debut against Ashington, and Keenan Mackenzie-Gray hoping to improve on what was a disappointing performance when he got the chance to start against Swallownest on Tuesday night. Long ball from Harrison Davison now goes, well, back out to Grimsby Borough, but they can only slice the clearance out. Actually, that throw-in has been given weirdly in Grimsby Borough's way. Not sure how that's happened, but as I was looking down, correcting, I think. So currently we're in that Jameson to take the throw-in, who is throwing it down long, and it's going to go back to Murray, who heads it away. Langton tries to get it. There's a foot in on Langton, and that has got the Steels bench up and absolutely raging there. And Langton staying down as well, with all three subs done already. They are not happy, the Steels bench, after that one. Burton Albion have got one back in Shift Wednesday. A former Wednesday player, Sam Winnell, scored there. And Langton will get treatment here. That was a foot up, left up on Langton there. That's referee is not making a decision on. Well, so we're just waiting to see how this Mitch Langton, who has been one of the last two ever presents in the team. He's played in every single game for Stocksbridge alongside Harrison Davison-Ale. We'll see if any of them can last to the end of the season being the ever-present. Always wonderful, always great to see one. We didn't get one last year. Sam Finler, I believe, was the closest we got to one last year. Now at Answorth. Langton is now back to his feet, and what they'll hopefully do is make sure there's a bit more added time on, because I want to see what this Grimsby defence is like with a bit of pressure on him. Langton is just on the side there, and he's just having to stretch his legs out a bit there. He's limping actually on the side, so I wonder if Langton actually will return to the pitch. And it's with Murray now, who gets it back to Davison-Hale, who slips as he sends it long. Keenan Mackenzie-Gray going to fight for it, but headed away. Turner's looking to be the first on it. He is. Back to Oglesby. Oglesby gets it through to Keenan Mackenzie-Gray. Langton is back on the pitch now. Mackenzie-Gray gets a bit of a shirt pull as he passes it back now to Oglesby. Oglesby going to send it long forward, looking for Tinker. Tinker heads it into the midfield as Poole has it. Poole's looking to curl across in. This one at the far post. It's somehow wide. It was Bailey Baker there who had come in to head it there, and I thought that was going to be sure for hit the back of the net, but instead Bailey Baker's header goes just wide. Both fullbacks could arguably have a goal in this game. Hey, and that's a let-off for Grimsby Borough there. Cleethorpes Town have taken the lead against Carlton Town. Declan Howe scoring there. Here comes the long ball from Higson, looking to get it onto the left wing, looking for Trott, who heads it on, but going to go back to Oglesby, who clears this one. Ifya Feibu going to chase it down, and he's going to get penalised for pushing down Jameson as he was trying to get through. Jameson staying down as well. Jameson looks to be in some pain there as he will wait for the physio to come on and get some treatment. What this is doing is probably adding quite a bit of added time on. So, wait. Just having a bit of the breaking play just continuing at the moment. And Jameson's still down, sitting down at the moment, and he is eventually now going to return to his feet. Jameson just struggling a bit as he's going, but he's now back into full pace, the captain for Grimsby Borough. And here comes Higton's ball here. I'm going to bet it's going to be aimed at Daniel Trott. That seems to be the tactic. And it is going to be aimed at Trott, and Trott does head it on, but Tinker's going to look to be the first onto it. Tinker does, and he clips it off the Grimsby Borough man. Keenan Mackenzie Gray's going to get it here, close to the byline, forced backwards Mackenzie Gray. And he's been going back more backwards than he is forwards. He does clip it back to Elliot Murray now, who has plenty of space, and he's going to run forward with it, Murray. Murray here continuing to as he tries to get forward, but in the end his pass has been cut out there by Owen Vincent, who has also come on. I'll see who's come on for eventually. Langton's got it headed forward now to Baker. Baker has it on the right hand side. Baker puts the cross in, it's been blocked. It's a corner kick for the Steels. With what must be about 5 minutes left of normal time to go. Burton Albion have got another back in that game against Sheffield Wednesday. They're now 4-2 up. Poole here with the corner. Poole looking for that near post, looking for the third. Murray right side. The head is in the back of the net. Not sure who got the final touch onto that one. No one's celebrating, so I'm not sure who got the final touch. But what it does matter is Stocksbridge Park Steels have equalised. I'll wait to see if Dave's got it on the football web pages. Dave's shaking his head at me. You don't do it anyway. We're waiting for Grimsby Borough hopefully to have got it. Grimsby Borough have given it to Charlie Oglesby, his first goal for the club. We'll have to talk with the players afterwards. The last time Charlie Oglesby scored was back in January when he scored against Harrison Davison Hale on his debut for Hemsworth. But now we've just a short amount of time and Stocksbridge in the ascendancy. The Steels will be thinking, can we go and actually get a win with 10v10? And I do have to laugh because just as I actually shouting myself about the goal, Rich put the comment saying we could play all day and not score. So, sorry for showing you up there, Rich, but I am going to take my opportunity. Jameson takes the throw out. We have still got plenty of time to play, and we saw against Lincoln United, another Lincolnshire side. These games aren't over even when we equalise on the ascendancy. It is Grimsby on the attack now, looking to turn the man, and they pass it back here. Ball's being clipped in. Trott's looking to get it, but Tinker's the one who gets the ball out, and Baker clears it away. And Poole's looking to turn and try and get the ball to Mackenzie Gray, but it's been cut out. But back to Tinker, who has now got it to Mackenzie Gray. Mackenzie Gray's got loads of space. Mackenzie Gray running at his man. Mackenzie Gray is cutting inside. He's going to take the shot, and he just can't get his foot round it properly. It skews wide. But Keenan Mackenzie Gray there. We haven't seen much of Mackenzie Gray this season, but that's what we want to see from him, what we saw in pre-season. When he can run at defenders and beat them, and he cut inside well, he just couldn't get his foot round it and put it into the corner. And it's long from Higton here, headed away by Oglesby. If your favourite gets onto it, he's trying to head it on behind him, but no one is behind him, and that does allow Lovett to clear. Back on the right hand side for Baker, he's got to have this throw in. Sending it long here, but going to be headed. Oh, Stale actually kept in play there. Well done by Grimsby, but then they actually knocked the play out. Well, I thought they knocked the play out the ball themselves, but it's the throw-in's being given Grimsby Borough's way. And it's going to be on that left-hand side for the Borough now. And Grimsby Borough trying now to get back on top of it as Declan Howard just scored for Cleveland, but he's also been sent off for them. Well, as the throw-in goes long, there's appeals for a free kick, but not given. Trott tries to put it forward before Baker clears it right out. Poole is trying to keep the ball in, but he can't. The throw-in goes back Grimsby Borough's way. Grimsby Borough getting back onto it now that the game is level. They're sending the ball long here, headed on by Trott, being followed by Baker, who takes a touch. He's looking to turn. He's being pressed by Vincent all the way. I think the ball may have been knocked off of Vincent there, but it's actually stayed in. And actually it's going to be gone out now, and it is going to be Grimsby Borough's throw. They take the throw in here. Short here to Vincent, who's got it into the box, but Langton's cleared it out. Poole's looking to get onto the ball now, takes the chest, but headed out now by Lovett. And it's going to be a throw in here on the right-hand side for the Steels as they look to build and try and see if they can nick a win out of this, which would be very impressive. Gives it to Turner, back to Baker now. Baker now back to Turner, who passes it back now to Murray. Got plenty of men forward. Keenan McKenzie-Gray seems to have taken that central forward role at the moment. Now back to Oglesby, who passes it back to Curtis Turner, who's basically gone back into central defence there. Gets to Murray, who's stepping forward, and Murray's trying to slip through the pass here to Poole, and Poole tries to take it on the outside, but he can't control it. It slips as well, and it goes out for a Grimsby Borough throw-in. 89 minutes gone in this game. 1-1 here. And we'll see how much added time we get. I think we might be getting about 5 minutes worth with quite a few stoppages and injuries, may even be 6. Roll goes out, and it's going to go all the way back now for Murray, who boots it up. Keenan McKenzie-Gray going to fight for it, bounce over his head. If your Faber's now onto it, takes a touch backwards, but that did allow Grimsby Borough to get into it, and it's gone out for a throw into the Steels. Takes throwing now to Turner. Turner is going to clip the ball into the box, looking for Baker, and Baker takes a touch, and it's going to just go across the 6-yard box and now trail out for a goal kick. Baker just can't get over it to get the effort on goal. Going to be a goal kick now. We have got entered the 90th minute now. So sending it long here, onto that left wing, bounce over into before Turner is able to clear it. Ifeafabu is going to make chase to this long clearance. He's battling right now before Jameson heads away, but Ifeafabu gets the next touch. That's allowed Langton to get it, and the advantage is given, and almost onto it was Thomas Poole, and it's been pulled back now for the Stocksbridge Park Steels free kick. Close to the corner of the box. Steels have a brilliant opportunity. We know how much late drama the Steels have provided for us this season. It went against us at Lincoln United, it's gone for us at places against teams against Marine, and now it's a chance for the Steels to have more late drama this time, go for us. Here comes Thomas Poole now, who has the free kick, placed it on the spot, got Oglesby up there again, McKenzie-Gray, who is a bit a short lad, so I'm surprised, and got Ifeafabu and Langton as well. Ball goes in, headed away though, quite near, back to Turner, who tries to get control, instead allows it to go back to Baker, who gets it onto the left-hand side where McKenzie-Gray is. McKenzie-Gray, deciding on his options, he's going to instead pass it back to Baker. Baker's going to clip the cross in, it's took a deflection, that's sent it out wide, and that's allowed Grimsby to head it away, and Turner's having to chase it back as the furthest man behind, and he passes it back to Davison Hale, takes his time, passing it now to Baker in a left-back roll. Baker taking it forward, going to try and slip through McKenzie-Gray, it's actually going to go to Ifeafabu now. Got McKenzie-Gray behind him, Ifeafabu now, got a few options, pass it back to Tinker, who's looked to get to the byline. Tinker slips as he puts a cross in, but it's gone to McKenzie-Gray, tries to let it roll across him, but that's allowed Lovett to get in and get it. I think that's one where you will think McKenzie-Gray should have just maybe stabbed at that one, but he wanted the perfect shot there. Yeah. Tinker has the ball, going to put a ball in looking for that far post. Langton there, the header can't get his head over the ball, and it's going to go out for the goal kick here. We must be 2 minutes into added time now. So we just got some concerning scenes at another Northern Premier League game. The match between FC Trafford and Witton Albion has been suspended due to a medical emergency. Hope all is well there. Sending it long here, Higton to Trottu. Loses out the header to Baker. Now it's been headed on, but can be headed back away by Lovett. But it's been won in midfield by Curtis Turner. Well in from Turner as he looks to build the ball. Now to Tinker on this left-hand side. Tinker pushing the ball forward there, but he's been tackled, and now it's with Adlard, who passes the ball short, and Grimsby Borough looking to pass away out of trouble, but Turner's won it high up, and Turner gets his shirt pulled as he tried to pull away there, and I think there's going to be a booking here for Grimsby Borough as well. And now Poole hasn't, it's going to be a booking there. Didn't see which player got it. Grimsby Borough's football webpage has been updating very quickly, so we'll probably see in a second. But Poole had a chance to put this free kick in. Can there be a hero for the Steels as we approach the last few moments of this game? He's got plenty of options. The booking goes in, it's for Owen Davey, the booking. Plenty of yellow cards in this game as Carlton Town have equalised in the last minute. Bradley Wells here. And Thomas Poole here. Now gets the whistle. Put the free kick, looking for that far end, and it's headed away. Who's going to be the first onto it? It's going to be Trott, who is able to clear it away. And actually, Grimsby Borough trying to get on the counter attack here, but it's a poor pass there, and Langton's managed to put a shove on and actually earn the Steels a throw in here. Now for Baker, who's going to take the throw in here. Now to Langton, who tries to knock it away, but it's going to go back to Grimsby, who just do a big boot away. Oglesby's looking to get the header on, but Trott heads it forwards. But to no one in particular, Baker's going back to cover it. Baker takes the touch, and he's going to give it to Murray, who's behind him. Murray, you know, will pass it to Davison Hales. Davison Hales gone into left back at the moment, and here comes Davison Hales. Big long ball forward, looking for Ifeafabu. Ifeafabu heads it backwards, tries to get on it, but it's well knocked away by Barlow. Now back to Murray, who's trying to keep it under control, and he does eventually. Sends it long, but being charged down, and now Trott has it, and it's 2v2 as Trott carries it forward. Oglesby, yeah, finds 15, but well in from Oglesby there. Cut it out the pass, Tinker's running, and there is full time, 1-1 between Grimsby Borough and Stocksbridge Park Steels here. Grimsby Borough took the lead in the first half. Kane Winfara's cross comes shot and found its way into the bottom corner, and then to make matters worse for the Steels, Lee Whelan was sent off for a challenge I thought was not fair, but more of a bookable offence than it was a red card offence. Hence, then in the second half, just the Steels pressed, and they got the red card for Grimsby Borough as Jazz Gundrig was sent off for a second bookable offence, and eventually got the equaliser that he served. Charlie Oglesby connecting with a header. Stocksbridge continued to press. They tried to get the winner. They had some chances, but in the end, they will have to leave Grimsby with just a point. I've been Adam Allcroft here, your commentator here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. We will be back on Tuesday night for that away day over in Consett. I hope to see you either there at Consett. Remember, there's coach travel for just £10. Contact rpg@sps.mail for that. If not, you can listen to us here on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
One of them we kept trying to say we were going to get him fit, but he's never fit.
Well, I've got a gut on me.